In this short video I want to talk about using your camera, be it a Samsung, an Android or an Apple, or indeed a Microsoft one, although they've stopped making Microsoft phones nowadays, but you may have one from the past. Whatever phone you've got, they invariably have got a video and a picture mode, and I just want to give you a little tip on how I go about saving pictures and saving notes, and then going back and looking at what I need to do, and it just organizes everything I want. Everything's in one place, and it's a neat way of using pen and paper and at the same time using the computer to help me. So here's a brief that I'm working on at the moment. Now this looks like a complete mess, as you can see. It's got lots of scribbles and it doesn't look very good. Lots of overwriting, and it doesn't make a lot of sense to anybody except me, because I wrote it, and it's on a text, just a notebook that I've got. But you can see these are things I'm doing, or I'm working on, or I want to complete. Now I'm in danger of losing this, because I do lose things, and this may go missing at some stage in my life, and when it does go missing I'm in trouble because I don't know what I'm doing. So in order to get around this problem, I use just my phone, this one here. It's an old-fashioned phone. It's well, it's rapidly going out of date. It's not old-fashioned yet, but it's rapidly going out of date. But it does exactly what I want, so I'm quite happy with it. I'm going to show you just how to use it and integrate it with the facilities that we supply. So to start, obviously we'll have to turn on the phone. There we go. Now I'm going to take a picture of this. First of all, I'm going to stop that page from moving. So I'll just put the pen on the bottom here. Now I'm going to take a picture, just an ordinary everyday picture like you would take. Let me just see if I can take a decent picture. My hand is shaking a little, but that's near enough, I think. Let's have a look. Let's see what I've got. Yeah, that looks okay. So I've got a picture, and now what to do with the picture? Well, I want to save it in a place where I know where it is and I know what I've got to do. So what I do is I click on the upload button here on the very bottom. This is on an Apple phone, but I'm sure the Samsung have got similar facilities. You click on this one, and it gives you the option now of uploading, and it gives me various places to upload to in here. If you go to the very end, you can see, just by clicking the three dots, you can see what you've enabled, and you can enable or disable where you want to send pictures. In my case, I want to send them to the Google Drive, which is what we use, and I've enabled Google Drive. If you just click on it, it turns off and it turns back on. So I've just enabled it, so I'll say done. Now if I go back along here, I should find Google Drive, and there it is. So now I'm going to upload to Google Drive, so I'll click on it, and I've got this picture. Now you may not see this very clearly because of the camera, but the name, the file, the picture I've just taken, what has been recommended here is not very nice. It's img.9702.jpg. Well, that doesn't mean anything to me except the JPG, which means it's a picture. So I've got a picture, but I really want to change the name here, so I'll just click on here and just click on it again in here so you can see what you're doing, and there we go. Now I'm going to delete that name. You have to be careful when you're doing this, you don't delete the dot in between as well. I'm just going to call it Galton College, GC, I'll call it Galton College give it a number, 4. Just why not? Okay, now I've renamed the file. Now I want to send it to my G drive. So I need to select my G drive. In my case, I've got. Now I'm ready to upload this file to the Google Drive. I've got several Google Drives because of the way I live, I suppose. So I'm going to pick the one that we're using for this example, which is just called example at galtoncollege.com. Now I've now got it here, so my next move is simply to press the upload button, which is, I don't know if you can see that, but the upload button is here. Just click on it and we'll get the line going across saying it's uploading. And I'm now back to that. So I'm just going to close this now, and I'm going to try and find my Google Drive. There it is. And there, it's just arrived, just popped in. So if I click on here, I've just got my notes. Now, it's not rocket science, and some of you will find this very easy and quite boring. But for those of you who don't use the facility fully, perhaps, it's worth bearing in mind. It's a good way of keeping your notes. You've got 30 gig. Our allowance is 30 gig of storage space in the cloud. So you can use it. I don't suggest you fill it up with lots of pictures and videos, so you can go back later on and delete what you don't want and do some housekeeping. But it is a very useful way of saving notes, I find. So now I can go back to the Google Drive, say, where did I leave that note on something? It's on a notebook. I can't find the notebook. I lost my bag or whatever, and here it is. It's just simple. I can just bring it up, have a look to see what I'm doing, what assignment or whatever it is I'm working on. So I can bring it up and look at it from here. It's just a useful way of going about saving notes, worth bearing in mind. And that's all really I want to do in this little session. So thank you for watching this.